Hello, everyone. This is the Daily Fantasy 5 for April 13th. It is a Saturday, and we are on the road today, obviously. There will be no podcast today, only the YouTube show. So, I hope you enjoyed. Let's get to it right after a word from our sponsor, www.mathradio.com, where you can pick up an online math course for your child ages 7 through 17 for as little as $9.99. Go to mathradio.com. All right, we have 5 baseball stories for you today, and then we're going to go ahead and give you a daily fantasy basketball lineup. So let's get to it right now. Starting in New York, we have 2 stories. Gary Sanchez, who we talked about earlier in the week, he was injured on, I believe, Tuesday. He is now officially on the injured list. He will be the 12th Yankee this season to join the injured list. Pretty amazing, not good for the Bronx Bombers. All right, also, Bentanez, the setup man for the Yankees, he's going to be out another 6 to 7 weeks. Betanez? I'm not sure how you say his name. I'm not a huge Yankee fan. Anyway, last year he had a 2.7 ERA, struck out 115, had in 66 and a two-third innings as a setup man. That's almost 2 strikeouts per inning. Pretty impressive. All right, let's move over to Canada and talk about Vlad Guerrero Jr. He is expected to be on the Blue Jays roster, quote-unquote, sooner rather than later. He is a third baseman. Last year in the minors, he hit .381 with 20 home runs and 70 RBIs. Lots of potential there. Hopefully, he'll be up in the next week or 2. So, if you do have an open roster spot, go ahead and pick up Vlad Guerrero Jr. Next, we have Mike Trout. We talked about his injury earlier in the week. Well, he is not traveling with the team to Chicago, so he will not be playing this weekend. He's going to be reevaluated tomorrow in Anaheim. So, the oblique injury that he suffered on Tuesday is going to be reevaluated, a little bit more serious than we thought. We might thought maybe only a game or 2. Seems like it might be a longer type deal. So, keep your eye on that. Next, we have the Cubs in Chicago. Their backup catcher, Victor Caratini. He is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a broken hand that will require surgery. So, again, he's limited playing time, but he was batting .571 with a home run and 5 RBIs. So in deeper leagues, you might have been playing him when he's starting, but now he's not going to be available. All right, so those are the 5 stories from Major League Baseball. Now we are going to head and move over to the daily fantasy basketball for the playoffs this week. I'm sorry, not this week, today's game. And I'm going to give you a full lineup. We're going to start with our point guards. I'm going with Ben Simmons and Fred VanVleet. Ben Simmons was 9,900. I don't love this start, but I needed a high-priced, high-yielding point guard, and Ben filled the slot there. It was either him or Stephen Curry. And Stephen, with the injury, I think they might blow the other team out. I don't think the Clippers can hang, so I don't think he'll get much playing time. So I went with Ben Simmons. He only has a 4.57 multiplier on RotoGrinders, so I didn't love that pick, but he's my starting point guard. VanVleet, 4.99, going for 5,100. I like that pick a lot better. Shooting guard, I went with D'Angelo Russell. He is my favorite player going today. I think Philadelphia has no player to stop him. I think he has a huge game. I thought about starting Dinwiddie as well, but I went with D'Angelo Russell. He has a 5.15 expected multiplier on RotoGrinders. Then we also have Klay Thompson. He's the number 1 rated player today on RotoGrinders for FanDuel. The stats switched from yesterday to today. They did some updating, and it ended up being Klay Thompson at number 1. We did talk about him yesterday, but he's going for 5,800. Definite start on FanDuel today. Along with a new guy they brought up, Will Barton, going for 4,400. He's the 2nd rated player on FanDuel. Again, 4,400. He has a multiplier of 5.58, so I like that as well. We move to the power forward spot. Or is this still this? Yeah, we're going to go with Kevin Durant. I believe it's small forward. Let's see. Point guard, shooting guard, yeah. He's eligible at small forward, so we're starting Kevin Durant there. He is my 2nd most expensive player at 9,600. I guess they're worried, like I said earlier, that Golden State is going to blow out the Clippers, but I think Durant will have a lot to do with that blowout. So I was willing to spend the 9,600, and he has a rating of 4.84, so not too bad. Really, I mean, it's not a 5-point multiplier, but at this point, there's not that many players with 5-point multipliers. So I went with Kevin Durant there. At power forward, I'm going with LaMarcus Aldridge for 8,500, 4.95 on the multiplier, not bad. And then, so yesterday, RotoGrinders had Curix, the Brooklyn power forward. It's like a 6 multiplier. Today, they have him way down at a 4.03 Perhaps that's because Joel Embiid is expected to play, might shut him down on defense, and I'm not sure what the other reason is, but I'm going to stick with him for 3,500. I got to take a shot somewhere, and he's going to be my super sleeper today. So I'm going with Curix from Brooklyn at 3,500. Even though today he only has a 4.03 multiplier on Roto Grinders. And finally, I'm going to go with Zubac, the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't know, for only 4,800, I think he's a good value. 4.92 on the multiplier, I think is a good starting option for you at center at a very reasonable price. The only other thing I would say is I think Joel Embiid will crush it if he plays today. So if you want to make a Joel Embiid lineup, I would certainly, be in favor of that as well. I would, go ahead and drop Curix, maybe drop Ben Simmons, go with another low-priced option like Patty Mills, something like that, and then substitute in Joel Embiid instead. That would be the only advice I have. So that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be back in the studio. And sorry if the the quality of this video isn't the greatest, but I wanted to get you some content out. It's a big day for fantasy sports. If you're betting on the Masters, good luck with that. And we will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to visit mathradio.com. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And if you're visiting us on iTunes, go ahead and leave us a 5-star rating and a review. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.